Good morning and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now, the Australian share market is set for a rise at the open, and that's following rises on Wall Street and over in Europe. Yesterday, the ASX was under pressure in the afternoon session as major miners weighed in on the index. At the closing bell, the S&P 200 was 0.1% or 8 points lower at 7,273. Across the sectors, materials and financials closed 1.1 and 0.6% lower respectively, while all remaining sectors closed in the black. Real estate added the most points. They were up 1.6%. Technology and consumer staples were next, both closing 0.7% higher. The best performing sector was real estate investment trusts, up 1.6%. The worst performing sector was materials, down 1.1%. On Wall Street, US markets were mixed as technology stocks were boosting the Nasdaq, while losses in the banking sector dragged on the S&P 500 and also the Dow Jones. So the S&P 500 did add 0.3% at the close of trading in New York, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average was flat. The tech-heavy Nasdaq gained 0.7%. Now, investors are remaining concerned about rising inflation. That's after a US Labor Department report showed consumer prices increased solidly in September. Back home, the Australian Bureau of Statistics will release our jobs figures later today, and we'll keep you up on all the latest here on Kalkine TV. In local business news from this morning, Collins Foods has bought Dutch KFC outlets following a franchise deal in the Netherlands. They secured the franchise rights for the country earlier this month, and as part of the plan to build its presence in the country, the 9 outlets bring the number of KFC restaurants in the Netherlands it owns to 44, which is a staggering 55% of the market. Collins Foods paid €10.25 million for the new restaurants, and the company plans to open up 130 new KFC restaurants in the country. Moving on, and BHP and Encounter have expanded their copper partnership in the Northern Territory. Copper exploration partnership with the BHP covers the Elliott Copper project in the NT, and it has been significantly expanded. The earning amount for BHP to earn a 75% interest has been increased to $25 million. An exploration program including seismic surveys and diamond drilling is planned to rapidly advance the understanding of the basin architecture and to define prospective deposition sites for sediment-hosted copper mineralization. And Kingsgate Consolidated is pleased to announce that a binding agreement for the sale of the company's Nueva Esperanza project located in the Atacama region of northern Chile to Toronto Stock Exchange listed TDG Gold Corp has been signed. Now, Kingsgate Consolidated is a gold mining, development and exploration company in Thailand and Chile. The finalisation of the binding agreement took longer than expected, and this was due to the need to resolve a number of legal and accounting issues across Australia, Canada and Chile, which was further compounded by delays due to COVID-19 travel restrictions. 25 million Canadian dollars in cash is payable to Kingsgate upon completion of the transaction. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more trending market news.
Tune in to get the latest information.
Whether it's about market movements or the currency graph,
Sectoral coverage or industry news.
we cover it all on our news segments.
Be on top of the latest news
With Kalkine TV.
Welcome back to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine Sydney studios. Now, Bitcoin was up around 3% this morning, keeping above the 50,000 US mark and continuing its recovery from the September sell-off. Over in Europe, European stocks closed higher yesterday as strong earnings offset concerns about global growth and inflation. The Pan-European Stoxx 600 closed up 0.7%, having started the session in the red. Tech stocks were up 2.6% to lead gains, while banks fell 1.6%. Iron ore fell a further 3.7%, and that's because of uncertainty around China's steel production curbs weighing on demand sentiment. Now, zinc prices rose sharply overnight, and that was on news that Nyrstar is planning to cut production at its European smelters by up to 50%, and that's due to elevated electricity costs. Lower US dollar and US Treasury yields saw gold prices lift 1.9%. Oil prices eased slightly, and that was with the US benchmark slipping away from a near 7-year high as prices struggled to stay above the $80 mark, pressured by concerns over the outlook for global economic growth, as well as oil demand from China. West Texas Intermediate crude for November delivery fell 0.7% to $80.06 a barrel. Gold futures gained 2%, prompting prices to post their highest finish in around a month. And that's because of the US dollar and bond yields weakening following a report on inflation for September. Well, that's all for the Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.